Hello everyone, welcome. Lucy and I are out here this afternoon. I got off work really early. I texted Ann at work. I grabbed all the gear. I came out here. When Ann gets home, she's going to pack her little bag for the night and meet me out here. I brought the cots. I want to try and get the floor done this afternoon, and we're going to set up the cots and we're going to spend the night here tonight. So let's grab our little shovel, go get our bucket, and get to work on that floor. So here we go with bucket number one. I actually got pretty deep last time I was here. One bucket. Here we go. Last bucket's been dumped in place. Some of you may wonder, well, how on earth does he tap it all down? Well, one way, take your shovel and beat it. Another way, just take your foot and stomp on it. And then there's the other way, dance on it. Preferably with music. So I've laid out a small tarp just so I have a clean area to work with. And I am now going to set up our cots. So there's one cot set up. Now to set up the other one. First step, these two poles need to slide into one another on both sides. And then each leg is just a square tubing with 2 bars and 2 spring hooks. Insert the bars into the holes, and then 1 hook should go on nice and easy. However, the other one, I have to apply a little bit of pressure. So insert, insert, nice and easy hook. Lots of pressure, and hook that one. And in we go with cot number 2. The cots are a very snug fit in here, but it works. Lucy's already found her comfortable spot. She knows where she sleeps. Quite warm right now. It's 18 degrees Celsius. But tonight, it's supposed to go down to about the freezing mark. So I brought my Pomoli titanium stove. First part of putting this together, I've got a carbon monoxide detector. And so I don't kill the batteries and have it go off all the time when it's in my pack, I always reverse the batteries. And then when I get out here, I know when I put the batteries in, they're going to last for a while. You can leave that in the cabin. And then take out the stove. Still goes together quite nicely. I had to make a small repair to the door because somehow last year this little nut fell off. I have no idea where it got to. So I went out to the hardware store last week and I managed to find a package with the right size nuts. So now, let's get the chimney pipe back together. And the last piece is our spark arrestor. And that'll just sit on top. So the Gorilla Tape stove jack cover seems to have worked. Now let's get the pipe in place. Well, the damper still works very well. Perfect. Now all I have to do later is load that up and light it up. And here I have our Gear Doctors Apollo Air sleeping pads. So when it gets cooler tonight, these are insulated. So they'll stop the cool air from coming from underneath. And they'll keep us nice and warm overnight. Comes with its own inflating sack. There's some air. Blow it in there. Because they're insulated, I don't want to blow in them by mouth, because then I'll be introducing moisture in there. And if you get a bit of moisture in your sleeping pad, when the cold weather comes, it can freeze and make you colder. I realize it's not going to be that cold tonight. We're not going to freeze. But by not adding moisture in it now, I stay in the habit of not doing it. Now, I didn't fill it overly tight, because I find if you fill it overly tight, especially on the cot, it moves around a little bit. But if you leave just a little bit of air out so it's a little soft, when you lay down on it, you don't move anymore. You sink right into it and you stay there. The inflation sack inside the stuff sack. And stuff that underneath the cots. And nice and comfy. Busting out my sleeping bag. Stuff sack. Shove it underneath. Add to that my Dollarama pillows. That is going to be wonderful. I just have to go up to the car and go get Anne's sleeping bag. Whew. Speaking of Anne, she should be here anytime. So Anne finally made it. We're sitting back and relaxing at camp. She had a long day, and it's already getting late. We're not going to do much work tonight. I'm going to get ready to light the grill. I brought my Flatpack grill. We're going to be cooking on charcoal tonight. I hung my vest in the tree behind us, and Anne's vest is in another tree over there. So we should be well visible. We're staying right around here at camp anyway. We will be fine. So the grill fits nicely inside the fire pit, which is a bonus. I'm just going to put a bit of birch bark in here. And I've already shredded up some finer stuff. Just scraping up a little bit of powder. May as well gather up all this that fell on the rock. And now I'll just put a few twigs on there, just so that it burns long enough to make sure the charcoal is good and lit. So now that the charcoal is warming up, I brought out Farmer's double smoked Johnsonville pork sausages. These are pre-cooked, so it's just a matter of warming them up. So I'm going to cut them into chunks. Now this is an idea I borrowed off of Jeff over at JTD Outdoors. He's got a YouTube channel as well, and I watched him do this, and I decided I wanted to try it for myself. And what we have here is pierogies. So what we're going to do is put a piece of sausage, a chunk of yellow pepper, and a pierogi. piece of sausage. Now let's go with a red pepper this time. And a perogy. Sausage. Pepper. Perogy. And let's finish it off with a sausage. I had to remove the sausage on the end because I was running out of sausage, but I had too many pierogies, so I added a pierogi to each end. And now that the fire is good and hot, I can add those. Turn them once in a while, and that should be delicious. So there's room enough on the grill for 4, and I've got 8 in total. So I'm cooking 4 now, and then we'll cook the other 4. Yeah, you smell dinner, don't you? So I'm gonna put a few bigger pieces in here and a little bit of small twigs because I'm not lighting this until it gets really dark out, just before we come to bed. But I'm gonna have a fire outside once I'm done cooking dinner. So I'm probably just gonna take a piece of coal from out there and come and stuff it in here. And I've got some birch bark stored in a box in here. And just a piece or two of kindling. So when I bring my hot coal from out there and throw it in here, it should take off. I'm going to double check right now. Front door is wide open. Damper's wide open right now. So it should draw lots of air to get it going, and then I can damp it down after that. Oh yeah, those are cooking nicely. So I'm gonna call these done. It's almost time to come to bed. I grabbed a piece of hot coal from the fire outside. Now the draft in the door is wide open, and the damper in the back is wide open. And as you can see, it's drawing quite nicely. And I'll let that go for a bit. It'll take the dampness out of here. warm it up quite nicely. I think we're going to sleep very well tonight. Morning, everyone. Oh, that's going to be good. First cup of the day is always the best. Oh. Oh. Well, last night's dinner was delicious. Once those first 4 were cooked, I got a fire going, and I took a stick and put it across here, and I put the kebabs this way. Oh, don't waste the coffee. Oh, and then we sat around by the fire for a few minutes and chatted. Anne was exhausted, so she just went to bed. About 8 o'clock when she went to bed. So I stayed by the fire for a while. Then I went and crawled in. Slept like a baby. Woke up this morning, and Anne woke up and kind of tucked into her sleeping bag a little more. She was feeling a little cool, but she's a cold sleeper. It doesn't matter how many blankets she's got on, she's cold. I got the fire going again. Keeping the stove going, warming up in there for her. Let her sleep for a little while. I was toasty warm. I slept like a baby. But this morning, it's 3 degrees Celsius. Works out to about 38, 39 Fahrenheit. It was just above the freezing mark. It's chilly. So I got the sweater on. Sitting right here. We still have the vests in the trees. I'm quite visible. Once I start moving around, I'll throw my vest back on. But we're only here for today. And I forgot to bring a rake. And I've been looking around trying to find a tree with the right prongs that I can cut and use as a rake, but not finding any that are strong enough. So I just might use my feet and try and clean up this area a little bit. Put it all in a tarp and go throw it on the woodshed. I'd love to stay for an extra night, but sometimes real life gets in the way of camp life. I grabbed a branch off of one of the trees, and I've been using it just to gather up some of the debris. I'm putting it all on top of this little tarp, and eventually I'll go put it on the roof of the woodshed. For now, I just want to clean up around the fire pit. And then I'll slowly start making my way towards the woodshed, gathering up as I go. This is what I've been doing. I'm gathering up the debris. I know my roof is very steep, so I've been pulling small branches that I find off the ground and just throwing them on top to help hold the litter in when I throw it on. So it's going to take a while, but we'll get done what we can. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call this done. Woodshed is now covered in debris. Slight change of plans. The clouds came in. Almost feels like it's going to rain soon. And for me to continue the walls, I have to untie the roof. Don't want to open up the roof if it's going to rain. Like I said this morning, real life is interfering with camp life. We have stuff we have to do later today. So Anne decided to pack her gear and go. She took Lucy with her. And I'm just packing up the last of the stuff. I just locked up the cabin. And I'm going to bring up the rest of the gear and head for home as well. But the floor is done inside the cabin. Got that done yesterday. This morning, we finished the woodshed, covering the roof with debris. There's a red tarp, you can probably see it right there. And gathered a whole bunch of moss last night. It's all hiding underneath that red tarp. So the next time we come, we've got moss, we've got a bit of wood started. I can open up the tarp and start on the walls. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the right-hand side and side. Because for some reason she was a little cool again last night. Next time we come, we're going to bring her big, heavy sleeping bag. She should be okay with that. But if I can get the logs up, at least on that wall, and get the moss in, that'll help keep some of her heat close to her. So we'll concentrate on that side, and once that side's done, then I'll concentrate on my side. But it was nice having you along. Always a pleasure having your company. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of it, hit the subscribe button. And if you're going to do that, you may as well hit the notification bell. It'll let you know whenever we put out a new video. Thanks for watching.